Hello, Elite Marketing Pro family. I'm super excited to be with you guys today. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Marinda Bandat. I'm an EMP coach, and I'm all the way from sunny South Africa. So it's evening for me. Sometimes somewhere in the world, it's morning for you guys. So as you guys are hopping on, give me an idea where you're from. I'd like to give you a shout out. And I'm going to dive into a couple of points today because this is your 15 minutes of education, inspiration, and motivation inside the Elite Marketing Pro community. So what I wanted to chat to you guys about today was really the 10 points of advice from Warren Buffett to actually move your business forward. And I saw this post on a friend of mine, her newsfeed today. And I actually thought, wow, there's so many relevant points to where you and I are in our businesses, whether you are still building offline, whether you transitioned online, whether you are a seasoned online network marketer. There are so many similarities. And whenever you look at anything in life, there's always an analogy to business. So I want to dive right into the 10 points that Warren Buffett was sharing. So as you guys hop on, Chuck says, hey, from South Carolina, Heinrich is on, Mayanda is on, Mardia is on, Cindy is on from Salt Lake City. Awesome. Great to have you guys here. So the first point that Warren Buffett made was read and write more. So what is the relevance to you and I in our business? Well, we so often tell our kids not to hang out with kids that have that might have a bad influence on them. Very often our kids are the problem kids, by the way, but tongue in cheek, we want them to hang out with the people that we feel will be a good influence to them. So if we feel that is important, that our kids hang out with the right people, how critically important is it to you and I to hang out with the right-minded people, people with the right mindset, people that have gone the journey before you and I, that they actually want to do, that you and I can actually follow because we want to mimic what they have done. So Floyd is here, Nita is here, Robert is here. Hey, girl, it's great seeing you guys here. And so who do you hang out with and what do you read will determine 5 years from now what your income will be. So they always say take the 5 friends, the 5 closest friends you've got, take the average income between the 5 of them, and 5 years from now, depending on the books you read, you will earn in average what they earn. So that's the read part. So important to read, important to hang out with the right people. So where does write more come in? Well, very often people say to us in the coaching sector where we are, but I'm not a blogger yet. I'm not a good copywriter. I'm no Vitaly yet. And absolutely there's no one that can get near to Vitaly. But have you guys ever heard of repurposing of content? So if you do a Facebook Live, can you use that live and write a blog on it? When you see one of a blog, either from EMP or anyone else that you follow that you feel, wow, this is amazing information, can you use that content and do a Facebook Live on it? And that's what I mean by repurposing content. It also teaches you to get into the writing habit. But here's what I can unequivocally share with you. If you do not put it on your calendar, that you put aside an hour or two per week at least, if you start to get into the process, it's never going to happen because it will only be a thought process. It will never come to fruition. So schedule it on your calendar. Make sure you read. Make sure you start writing, even if you repurpose your content. If you're not sure what that means and you still have an ignition coach, reach out to your coach. Make sure that you get all the saucy details there, or post in the community and we'll answer with the greatest of pleasure. Point number 2 is stay healthy and fit. So why is that critically important? Well, when you're overweight and you're not healthy, it's very difficult to perform at your peak level. So if you are at your goal weight and you eat healthy and you have some training scheduled onto your calendar, you just perform better, you sleep better, you are well rested. So very important to make sure that you stay healthy and fit. So if you want to be more, you have to give more. And that starts with you. So on a personal note, I decided 2 months ago that I want to lose some weight, and I had a goal for 40 pounds that I wanted to lose. I'm on 22 pounds and counting, so I still have 18 to go. So you guys will see as the progress go. Very important on that point is never to compare with anyone else, because you run your own race. So I'm in no competition with anyone about my health. I've got some health issues that I want to sort out, and I've got some weight that I want to shed still. That's my goal. That's what I'm focused on. Point number 3, networking is about giving. So what is the importance of that? Well, doesn't EMP just epitomize the that whole concept about giving. So we teach all our students, and in this community, you will always see we talk about people need to get to know, like, and trust you. And they can only get to know, like, and trust you if you provide content and you provide value and you share of yourself, just like EMP does with you and me. Hi, Billy. Great to see you here. Yeah, Billy says she's been working out today. Absolutely. Margaret is on here. Maria is on here. She says she walks a lot. Good for you. So great content, good value. People need to get to know, like, and trust you. And most of the people that we work with are in network marketing. So what does that mean if you first give? It means that you're not in piranha mode. It means that you show up without a hidden agenda. It means that you show up to serve and to help. If we as coaches show up with a hidden agenda, we will never build trust with our community. We will never be there to serve you. It's always about giving. I always tease and say, be a human first and then a network marketer. So make a friend first before you go into piranha mode and wanting to just get people into your business. I had the incident today again. Someone reached out to me. I remember the name vaguely. The minute I accepted the friend request, a post probably this long, trying to get me into a network marketing opportunity. What do you think I did with that? I just blocked it straight away because I don't know her, I don't like her yet, and I don't trust her yet. And after doing that, I definitely don't like it. So just a little word of caution there. Make sure you make a friend first, be a human. Point number 4 is practice public speaking. So that's the number one fear of most people. Now, I want to put your mind at ease. I'm not suggesting that you go and stand in front of an audience of 5,000 or 10,000 people and all of a sudden do this public speaking gig. That's not what I'm suggesting at all. But it starts with small little steps of working with people one-on-one. It then goes to working with 2 people, 3 people, 5 people. When you have your little group together and you're doing an equip session or a training session where there's 5 or 10 people, later on it builds on to your audience. When you start doing lives on your page, isn't it amazing that when you start doing lives on a Facebook page, thank goodness there's only 5 people or 10 people in the beginning. Because first of all, when you are afraid that you stuff it up, there's only 5 people on it, but it makes you fit for public speaking, that once there's 10 people on there, 20, 50, 100, 2,000, 3,000, 20,000, you are confident and there's no problem. So Facebook Live, training wheels for people that are petrified to do a Facebook Live is do a video. So that would be the training wheel phase. Do a video and post that to your page, but definitely not longer than 1 or 2 weeks before you rip off that Band-Aid and just go live on your page. People need to see the imperfection. People relate to you. They don't relate to perfection. So point number 5, stay teachable. So I want to say stay hungry and curious. And most of you know that I'm from South Africa, so everyone thinks we've got lions walking down our street. That's not the case, by the way. But I want to use a lion analogy. When a lion has been fed, he's not hungry, so he will not chase. He will not, the fattest kudu can walk past him and he will just look at it. When the lion is hungry, however, he will chase anything. And you and I need to get to a point where we're hungry and we're curious. We're curious to find out where people are, how can we serve them? But we need to be hungry to serve people, hungry to chase our next goal. Does that make sense? So if you guys are hopping on here, happy Monday, absolutely. So if you guys can share with me, yes, I'm doing a Facebook Live. Give me a thumbs up if you are currently doing Facebook Lives. If you're still on video, drop a 2 below. That will be for video, and a thumbs up will be for Facebook Live. And if you understand that you need to be like a lion who's hungry for the knowledge and curious, and you want to stay hungry to reach your goals, you can drop a hungry there for me, and I know where we're going. So point number 6 is find a mentor. Isn't that interesting? Surprise, surprise. My personal philosophy is you cannot coach without being coached yourself. So if you want to lead people, you know, and you need to make sure that you are led by someone. I don't think I've ever met anyone who knows everything about everything and he doesn't need a mentor. And the greatest example for me is with Tim Mattenferny, who's just invested thousands of dollars into coaching and mentorship for themselves, but also for their team. So you cannot coach without being coached. Now, why would you want to have a mentor? Well, I would submit to you, you can either try and figure it out yourself, and waste a lot of time, have a lot of frustration, not meet goals in a certain amount of time that you would really like to do that. Or you can have a coach that can literally put fuel on the fire and fast track results for you, because the coach that you will have, the mentor that you will have, has been where you want to be. So that's why it's important to understand you're either going to do it yourself and it's going to come with frustration and a lot of time wasted, as opposed to having a coach and a mentor that can actually help you. A step-by-step process that that coach will go through with you. Now, what is the difference when you have a mentor? Would you guys say it's spending or investing in yourself and your business? So if you guys can, as you guys are hopping on, share with me if you think if you are spending good dollars on a mentor and a coach and a program, would you say it's an investment or would you say it is spending money? And I'd like to unpack that for 2 seconds with you. So spending money would be if you invest in a program or a coaching program, but you never learn anything from it and you never apply it. That would be spending money. An investment will be when you actually invest the money, you learn something and you go and apply it, that it moves your business and your life forward. So that's different between an investment and spending money. Point number 7, keep in touch with friends. So for me, that's a critical one because we are human beings first and then we network marketers. So you and I need to understand and we need to make a decision. Do you want to be relationship rich or do you just want to be dollar rich? And my experience with working with a lot of people over the past 12 years is that when people are only dollar rich and they've got no relationships with people, it's a very lonely place to be. And I've had many clients tell me, Marinda, I'm scared to make a lot of money. I don't want to make a lot of money because it changes people. And I want to submit to you tonight, money only highlights who you already are. So let me rephrase that and say that again. When you are a certain person, if you are stingy and you are a nasty person, money will only amplify that. You will be more stingy and you will be even nastier. If you are a giver and you are a friendly person wanting to help people and serve people, when you have money, you'll do more of that. So money does not change it. Money only highlights who you already are. So if you can agree with that and you agree with me with money, just drop a fist bump or a wave or a clap. That's what I mean by stay in touch with friends. Make sure that you and I are relationship rich. So what does it mean for you? You need a safe zone. So when you are friends with people, make sure that people love you for who you are. They support you, even though they might not be in your business. They still need to support you and at least be courteous and not, give you a lot of rubbish about it. So it needs to be a safe zone for you, but also it needs to be a safe zone for them. So if you are always hanging out with friends that are currently not in your team, not in your business, and you constantly bombard them with WhatsApps, with posts, with emails, whenever you see them, that's the first and the only thing you speak about, they will make sure that they don't hang out with you. So if that relationship is important to you, I've been taught a saying that I'll never forget. It's always too soon to offend someone. So make sure that your friends have a safe zone to just interact with you, but also make sure that you hang out with friends that you are safe with. So point number 8, you are not your job. So I want to test this a little bit. So when you guys introduce yourself to someone and you say, hi, my name is Marinda, I am. What is the next thing that usually comes out of your and my mouth? It's typically our profession. Would you agree? So, but here's the thing. I'm so much more than an EMP coach. I'm so much more than a network marketer. I'm a mom, I'm a daughter, I'm a sibling, I'm a friend, I'm a spouse, I'm a partner. There's so many facets to you and I. So how do you and I view ourselves? Do we only view ourselves as our business or our job? So I want to submit to you to maybe just broaden that horizon and say, right, so who am I? And I want you to maybe write that down tonight and today during the day and say, I am Marinda and I am. What is that next bit? So if you want to be an influencer, if you want to be a mentor, if you want to help people and serve people, that's just more than a title. So very important to realize that. So another thing that recently came to mind and what we had the privilege of having training with a couple of mentors 2 weeks ago in Orlando was you and I are not bad when something goes wrong. the thing that's gone wrong was the issue. So it's not a matter of right or wrong. It's a matter of effective or ineffective. And slight changes to our language make such a big difference in our outlook, in our mindset, how we perceive things to be. So I want to ask you to maybe just try and see in the next couple of days, how often do we say, you're right, you're wrong, this is good, that is bad, and maybe start trying to change that language to it's effective or it's ineffective, and see what the difference is and what it will do for you. So point number 9, I just wanted to go back one step back. So again, under you, not your job, what do you stand for? What is the priorities in your life? For me, it's faith, family, and business. So when you are clear about those first 3 to 5 priorities, it's very easy then to not view yourself as your job. Does that make sense? So if you guys agree with me that you have to have your priorities in place in order to know who you are, just give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. So point number 9, know when to leave. Oh boy, is that a loaded comment. So laugh out loud. That can mean a lot of stuff for a lot of people. So I always want to suggest that you and I leave people before they finish listening. So I'm going to hop off literally in the next 4 to 5 minutes because I want to be done here before you finish listening. So we always want to keep someone hungry for wanting more. You don't want to offer them the whole chocolate cake. You want to give them a slice that once they've tasted that slice, they ask for more. So abusive environments, abusive uplines, abusive groups that you're in, does it serve you? That was a question that was posed to me in March of this year, and it changed the way I perceived a relationship that was critically important to me. And it took me a year to get over that relationship and how it has gone to an ineffective relationship. So make sure that you are 100% clear on who's in your life, who's adding value. Are you celebrated where you are, or are you just tolerated? So drop in the comment box for me if you want to be celebrated. And I know for a fact no one wants to be tolerated. We all want to be celebrated where we are. Point number 10, don't spend what you don't have. And that's a critically important one, because very often when new entrepreneurs get into the entrepreneurial arena, they think they need to go out and buy the biggest computer. They need to buy everything flashy because I'm setting up a business now. And I want to submit to you, if you can just hold back a little bit on that and just get going, get the foundational steps ready. As you start making money, then invest in better stuff. And then again, prioritize what is needed for your business right now. And, you know, I've got a motto that I was taught: give some, save some, spend some. And that's the priority of which it happens as well. So I want to be known as a giver. I want to be known to take care of my family. And yeah, we want to enjoy what we earn because we work for it. So give some, save some, spend some. So what will be a clever spending and investment as opposed to just wasting? And we touched on that a little bit earlier. When you invest in program after program after program, coaching session after coaching session, but you never implement anything, it's just spending money. We are all familiar with shiny objects. So how often have people just bought the one course after another, after another, after another, and it's lying on their computer and it never even gets opened? Or they start on it and they never implement it. That is just not clever, investment. It's not an investment. It's spending money, and it's not effective. So let's quickly recap the 10 points, and let's quickly run through it. Read and write more, stay healthy and fit. Networking is about giving. Practice public speaking, stay teachable, find a mentor, keep in touch with friends. You are not your job. Know when to leave, and don't spend what you don't have. And that, my friends, is what Warren Buffett has shared, 10 things to move your business forward in the next year. So we're approaching the end of the year. What are you and I doing right now to set up 2019? Because if you wait for January to start implementing things, it will take you 2-3 months before you get going, and you will lose all your momentum. You want to go into this December with momentum, and these 10 tips will help you to create that momentum that you can hit January with everything just running smoothly, and you've got momentum. So I love hanging out with you guys. Those of you who watch the replay, just put down in the comment box #replay, and we'd love to hear your comments. So we'll chat with you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, 1 p.m. Eastern. Take care.